You ever sit down to play just for 20 minutes and suddenly it's 3 a.m.? Your controller is sweaty and you're asking yourself where the time went? Yeah, that's not an accident. Some games are designed to hook you, to pull you in, keep you playing, and quietly steal hours of your life without you even noticing. Today, we're counting down 13 addictive games that will absolutely steal your time. These aren't games you casually play. These are games you lose yourself in. Let's get into it. At number 13 is Lies of P, a game that becomes addictive by demanding your full attention at all times. The combat is precise, punishing, and deeply rewarding once it finally clicks. Every enemy encounter tests patience, timing, and pattern recognition, while boss fights force you to adapt instead of brute forcing progress. Death never feels random. It feels like feedback, pushing you to immediately try again. Weapon customization encourages experimentation, making small tweaks feel meaningful. The dark atmosphere and steady sense of improvement keep pulling you forward. You don't play Lies of P casually. You play it to get better, and that desire quietly steals hours without mercy.
We got a lot to answer for!
Won't you help me, son?
Your lies are a rare ability.
Geppetto's puppet, our only hope.
Power beyond your imagination.
At number 12 is Resident Evil 4 Remake, a masterclass in pacing that keeps you locked in far longer than expected. Combat encounters are tense but fair, constantly forcing you to manage positioning, ammo, and upgrades. The merchant system creates a powerful loop where every fight feeds future progress. Enemy variety prevents repetition, while exploration rewards curiosity without slowing momentum. Each chapter ends with enough danger or mystery to make quitting feel wrong. Even after long sessions, the game keeps introducing fresh challenges. It's structured in a way that turns one more chapter into an unavoidable lie.
You're here looking for someone? Maybe some missing señorita?
At number 11 is Days Gone, a game that slowly becomes addictive without announcing itself. Early survival mechanics evolve into a complex loop of bike management, weapon upgrades, and world control. Horde encounters transform fear into strategy, demanding preparation and patience. Progression feels constant as every mission feeds into stronger gear and better mobility. Side activities never feel wasted because they always contribute to survival. The open world encourages long sessions as objectives naturally chain together. You sit down to prepare for one task and end up losing hours chasing momentum.
Farewell. Without sorrow. I knew that we were leaving everything behind.
What did you do?
Everything that mattered was gone.
Folks here in a lot of pain, Deke. You find his stash. You bring it to me. To me, Deke. You do that, we'll see what we can do for you.
Deke, bro. And I know what kind of man...
At number 10 is Borderlands 2, a game engineered around constant reward. Every enemy encounter carries the promise of better loot, and every weapon feels distinct enough to test immediately. Skill trees make leveling addictive, turning progression into a steady dopamine drip. Humor and characters keep the tone light, preventing burnout even during long grinds. Missions flow naturally into one another, making stopping feel unnecessary. Cooperative play amplifies the addiction, as sessions stretch longer than planned. Borderlands 2 doesn't pressure you, it tempts you, and that temptation is endless.
People of Pandora, this is Handsome Jack, your hero. We all know that ever since I took over your armpit of a planet, Pandora has been at peace. Until these pathetic Vault Hunters showed up, that is. A grizzled commando who can control the battlefield with his turret. The rage-filled Gunzerker. Hit me, I dare you! When a single gun goes coming up.
At number 9 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a game that hooks players through realism and earned progress. Combat demands learning real techniques instead of relying on stats alone. Improvement feels slow but deeply satisfying, making every victory meaningful. The world reacts to your actions, pulling you deeper into role-playing choices. Training, crafting, and social interactions are just as engaging as main quests. The immersion encourages long, uninterrupted sessions. Once you're invested, stepping away feels like breaking immersion rather than pausing a game.
I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, and if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences.
I intend to wage war, not parley.
Everything all right, eh? We need more people. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
At number 8 is Hogwarts Legacy, a game that steals time through comfort and curiosity. Hogwarts itself feels alive, rewarding exploration with secrets, puzzles, and hidden areas. Learning new spells unlocks new interactions, encouraging constant backtracking. Side activities are everywhere, gently distracting you from main objectives. Combat stays engaging without becoming exhausting. Customization and upgrades maintain a steady sense of growth. Even short sessions turn long because the world keeps offering reasons to stay just a little longer.
A lot to absorb on your first day.
Can't believe I'm here.
Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
You have much to learn.
You have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you.
A surprised opponent is a weak opponent.
They will test your abilities, both innate and learned.
You've done it! I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle.
No need for theatrics. I'm only here for...
At number 7 is Horizon Forbidden West, a game packed with meaningful content at every turn. Combat is tactical and varied, demanding preparation against different machine types. Upgrading gear requires targeted hunting, naturally extending play sessions. Side quests feel handcrafted rather than filler, blending smoothly with the main story. Visual fidelity keeps fatigue away during long sessions. The map constantly presents new objectives, making it difficult to choose what to stop doing. Every session feels productive, which encourages you to keep playing far longer than planned. At number 6 is Ghost of Tsushima, a game built entirely around flow. Movement, exploration, and combat feel effortless, reducing friction and increasing immersion. Swordplay is precise and stylish, rewarding timing and discipline. The world guides you subtly, without overwhelming UI clutter. Side activities reinforce progression instead of distracting from it. Visual beauty keeps you engaged even during quiet moments. Stopping feels unnatural because everything about the experience encourages continuation. At number 5 is Persona 5 Royal, a game that turns time management into an addiction. Each in-game day feels valuable, pushing you to plan carefully while enjoying the moment. Social links, skills, and dungeon progress create a powerful routine. Combat and story reinforce each other, making advancement feel earned. Presentation and music keep energy high during long sessions. Emotional investment in characters makes choices feel personal. Hours vanish as you chase the perfect balance between efficiency and enjoyment.
You are truly as he anticipated. This is truly an unjust game. But if my voice is reaching you, I beg you, please overcome this game and save the world.
I'll navigate your escape route. Follow my directions. Enemies here?
Suspect confirmed. Cuff him.
It can't be.
Think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. You seem to be enjoying every second.
You transferred to Shujin Academy, correct?
I feel like we're gonna get along just fine as troublemakers.
Looks like we just have to live a normal, honest school.
At number 4 is Black Myth Wukong, a game that hooks players through challenge and spectacle. Combat demands precision, while visual feedback makes every success feel powerful. Boss fights are designed to teach through failure, encouraging mastery rather than brute force. Every victory reinforces improvement, pushing you to continue. Exploration feeds curiosity, while progression systems reward experimentation. The difficulty keeps you engaged without overwhelming you. Loss doesn't end sessions, they fuel them.
Yet fame still holds sway. Their glory fades through time in tombs of somber gray. You too want to be an immortal?
Master, are there more good folks in the world or bad?
More good, of course.
Then why is there always suffering? And why do the bad folks always win?
Because goodness.
At number 3,
We're working, amigo.
Grand Theft
For the
Auto
first time,
5,
the game features
game
not
defined
one,
by freedom,
but 3 would-be
distraction,
heroes.
missions,
Introducing
side
3 lead
activities, and
characters
exploration
transforms both the
coexist
narrative
without
into
forcing
one
structure.
interwoven story
The world
and the
constantly
structure
presents
of individual
opportunities to get
missions.
sidetracked.
Levels of
Simple
diversity
actions
and
can spiral
intensity.
into extended sessions. Online mode adds infinite replayability through progression and social chaos.
When not on a mission,
Plan your
the
time
use of
in
3...
Grand Theft Auto. Follow curiosity.
The world is not only huge,
Exactly
it's
why
packed with a
hours
vast array of
disappear
things to see and do.
A few weeks ago, I was happily sulking by my swimming pool. What do you want?
Just came by to see if there's something I can help you with.
I'm retired. My psychotic best friend shows up out of nowhere.
Nobody tells me what I want!
To torture me over mistakes I made over a decade ago. You're back in the game? I guess.
Yes! Woo! Welcome back, man!
We're all professionals, we all know the score.
This is legit business. 401ks, tax returns, and all.
At number 2 is Skyrim, a game infamous for stealing time. A single quest quickly turns into a chain of distractions. Character builds encourage experimentation, while exploration constantly reveals new locations. Mods extend replayability endlessly. Combat remains accessible, keeping momentum high. The world never pressures completion, only discovery. Skyrim doesn't demand your time, it invites it, and players rarely leave on schedule.
We're already here. The Elder Scrolls told of their return. Their defeat was merely a delay. To the time after Oblivion opened. When the sons of Skyrim would spill their own blood. But no one wanted to believe they even existed. And when the truth finally dawns, it dawns in fire.
At number 1 is Baldur's Gate 3, a game that perfects addiction through choice and consequence. Dialogue, combat, and moral decisions all shape the experience. Curiosity is constantly rewarded with unique outcomes. Turn-based combat demands thought, keeping encounters engaging. Character relationships deepen emotional investment. There is always another path to explore, another decision to test. Stopping feels like abandoning possibilities. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't rush you, it absorbs you completely.
I saved you. And I'm here to save you again. Her parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god.
The Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric.
So, which one stole the most time from you? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. And click here for 13 emotional games everyone needs to experience once. See you in the next video.